Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Huh. Okay. Wow. Carly and Jason. This scene highlights a lot of issues that people have with the Carly character. I'm gonna say this right off the bat. I put this in my stream yesterday, and I stand by it today. Is that Carly should have did the right thing after Jason sacrificed 2 years of his life? Just turn herself in, do the right thing, see what happens. But oh no, 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 we can't do that, not to Carly. Now, I am by no stretch of imagination a Nina fan because they write her as a dingbat. But the things that were said in this episode, particularly with those two, Jason Smith is saying something along the lines of, it's not about me, it's about you. It's like, could they prop up Carly any higher? I remember James, JLJ Media, one time said in his review, uh, um, do I have to sit there and see Carly all the time? I've said multiple times, has this show become Carly centric? The fact that Jason, and I love Jason, but Jesus Christ, the fact that Jason was so easy to sit there and look at Carly's kids and value Carly being more of a presence in her kid's life than in his own kid's life. And trying to find these justifications for this level of BS is just beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. I sat there and I was just like, oh, so we just all gonna sit there and belittle ourselves for Carly. This is what we doing now. This is what makes sense. I don't say these words lightly. I've been watching the show since high school. Okay? I may sit there and love Days of Our Lives. There may be times that a Days of Our Lives episode will be better than a General Hospital episode. General Hospital, I mean, that's my thing right there. So I don't sit there and come at it with this dark, angry angle. I find it just to be very, I don't want to sit there and say vexing, just like boggling. Carly wants to turn herself in, and Jason, with every sort of manipulation and excuse and practically up to a point of belittling his own children to show how much Carly is needed in her children's lives. Like Danny and Jake just got you back. Oh well, they're almost old enough. So what? So what? And that whole thing about the daughter, I don't know what that was about, but no. Just no. In the end, he convinces Carly that she shouldn't turn herself in and that he should sit there and continue to work for for John. And when he's at the bus stop, he calls Danny and he's like, I'm on another assignment. I gotta go. I'm very proud of you. Yada 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 yada. I love you, or something along to that effect. That means absolutely nothing. Nothing. You sat there and after just pretty much just decide to fall on the sword again and give up time with your children, you had the audacity to sit there and call Danny to say all that. You should have just did it in a letter at that point. Let him find out on his own. That would have been a lot better than us there having to sit there and listen to that level of BS. Now, speaking of BS, what the hell is going on with Ava? I mean, Nina is helping Willow prepare for PSA, and Nina just kind of stands there like, "Hey guys, what's good?" And they're like, "We're busy. Go away." She turns around. She's like, "You're still here." She asked them, "Could you testify for me? Could you testify for me in court?" Ava, Willow may not have a direct reason to dislike you, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't do that to Michael. Of course, she did cheat on Michael, but she wouldn't do that to Michael because what you did to what you did to his family as far as the whole Morgan thing. Remember that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's not going to be cool with you testifying. And she actually said, "Well, don't you think that Michael would do it since he's on the outs with Sonny? You played a part in Morgan's death. You think he's going to sit there and side with you on anything? Did you hit your head or something? I don't understand how those words came out of her mouth." And then she sat there and asked Nina. And I'm like, "So you helped wreck her marriage with Sonny, and you think that she's just gonna do you a solid because you're being nice? You're using a softer tone in your voice?" I, I really sat there was like, I'm baffled because in her tiny mind, she actually thought that saying all this stuff and being all like, well, friends fight and stuff, like like that was going to just play out like you know what, Nina's just gonna sit there and do it first. So she's pretty much like, no, no. He was like, but aren't I a good mother? Well, you're not a bad mother, but you have your limits. I mean, hell. Should we sit there and revisit the history of you and Kiki? So, yeah, she's like, I'm Team Sunny at this point. I'm rooting for Sunny. And she walks off. Now, Blaze and Christina have their meeting with Perez. I'm, I knew it was going to go a certain way. Like, it wasn't going to be where it's like, oh, he's going to be somewhat sleazy. He's going to sit there and throw them curveballs, ask some hard questions or anything like that, because this was more of in a sense, PSA. So I knew they were gonna, and I don't sit there and say PSA in a bad way. I mean, that's just literally what it is. As far as being canceled, as far as coming out when you're ready, not when somebody just, does it just for clicks and views, treating someone as a human being, all that stuff needed to be said. One of the things I found interesting is when Christina was like, Natalia's a victim also. She said some horrible things, right? Those horrible things is meant to be in private. At the end of the day, she's like, she has a right to feel how she feels. And I agree with that. She has a right to feel how she feels. How you go about it is completely different, but you have a right to feel how you feel. Natalia grew up at a different time. And we don't live in a perfect world where everyone just accepts everyone and that's just kumbaya. So she was actually pretty decent to Natalia. While Natalia was not there overhearing, while Natalia was not there watching it on the news or whatever. The way that she walked past Ava, because Ava saw Natalia, Ava was like, and she saw her, she was like, and then she turned around, and she saw her again, and Natalia was just like, I can't with you. And it just made me laugh. You ever just have one of those people you just walk past, you just see them, and it's like, you just don't even want to deal with that person because they're just so a non factor that day? That's what that was like. Um, And I know Cynthia trying to fight hard for Jason, and Cynthia saying that, hey, listen, at the end of the day, he fulfilled his obligation, and that should be more than enough. You have more than enough to sit there and put Pikeman away, freeze their accounts, and really go after them. What you're doing at this point, you're being a bully, and you're using the law to sit there and get what you want. You want to sit there and get a white whale. You want to sit there and get the head of pikeman. You can't do that. So you want to sit there and get something else. And you're going to sit there and use Jason to do it by threatening Carly. So she's like, I'll go after you. Any little missteps that you may have made, any little corners that you cut, I'm going after you. Um, and John's like, you're probably the one that tipped him off. So maybe you'll be the one to go into jail. Maybe she should. Maybe she should. You want to sit there and talk about how I'm not for criminals, this, that, and the third with Sonny, but then you sit there and say that Jason's an honorable man. Jason's a hitman. Okay? He's a hitman. He has bodies on top of bodies buried somewhere. But Jason's an honorable man. Okay. But you let Valentine go. Yeah, you just all sorts of messed up. Even me thinking about that for like 5 seconds just made my head hurt. So John leaves, and Carly goes up to one of the clerks and is like, yeah, John's checking out. So have his bags or his ish downstairs. And we're just going to move somebody else in there. Now, John does go to Ava and it's like, I'm getting very close with enough to sit there and take Sonny down. I have no idea what this magical evidence is, but it'll be interesting to see. Previews look pretty good too. So, very interested in tomorrow's episode as well. I can't believe Jason said that he didn't need to be there. Carly does. He doesn't need to be there. He doesn't need to be a presence in his kids' life, but Carly does though. Because at the end of the day, Carly's more important than Jason. Or more important than a lot of people, the way they've been sitting there propping her up. But I digress. I feel like that is pretty much the end. Yeah, that's the end. There might have been a couple of things I missed, but that's the gist of the episode. If I missed anything, write in the comment section below. Better yet, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born the Beautiful, Young and Restless. Because I got more to say, but I don't want this video going longer than 13 minutes, even though I don't like the fact that it's 13 minutes. Because, 13, but whatever. Anyway, I will see you in the next video, or hopefully stream tonight.